The streets of downtown Los Angeles hummed with life as the golden afternoon light cast long shadows across the pavement. A chill hung in the air, making people clutch their coats tighter as they hurried along. Nestled between the towering buildings was a grand shopping mall, its glass doors swinging open and shut as well-dressed shoppers entered and exited, their arms heavy with bags from high-end stores. At the entrance, a small figure stood, trembling slightly from the cold. Jason, a 12-year-old boy, gripped a bouquet of roses in his small hands. His cheeks were flushed, his dark brown hair ruffled by the occasional gust of wind. His eyes, filled with both determination and apprehension, scanned the passing crowd as he called out softly, his voice almost swallowed by the bustling noise. "Flowers for sale. Beautiful roses, just $5. The roses, though fresh and vibrant, seemed to go unnoticed by the hurried shoppers. Some glanced at him momentarily before moving on, while others ignored him completely. Jason's heart sank with each rejection, but he tightened his grip on the bouquet. He couldn't afford to give up. His mother was sick at home, and this was his only way of making sure there was food on the table that night. Just as he took a step forward, attempting to offer a rose to a passing woman, a stern voice cut through the air. "Hey, kid! You can't sell stuff here! Move along!" Jason turned, his heart thudding in his chest. A burly security guard stood before him, arms crossed over his broad chest. His name tag read, Todd. He looked down at Jason with an expression of authority, his deep-set eyes unwavering. Jason swallowed hard. "Please, sir, I said scram!" Todd's voice was louder this time, drawing the attention of nearby shoppers. People stopped and whispered among themselves, some glancing at Jason with pity, but none stepping forward to help. Jason felt a lump form in his throat as humiliation burned his cheeks. Clutching his bouquet tightly, he turned on his heel, preparing to walk away in defeat. But then a voice cut through the tension. Smooth, firm, yet undeniably kind. "Hold on a second." The murmurs grew louder as a tall man stepped forward from the crowd. Dressed in a casual black suit, his dark hair was slightly tousled, and his warm eyes held an unmistakable sense of kindness. The moment recognition dawned upon the onlookers, gasps rippled through the crowd. It was Keanu Reeves. Todd hesitated, shifting uncomfortably under Keanu's gaze. He's loitering, sir, trying to sell flowers. It's against mall policy." Keanu raised an eyebrow, his expression unreadable. "A kid trying to make an honest living? That's what you're worried about?" The crowd stirred, their whispers growing louder. Todd's confident stance faltered slightly. "Rules are rules," he muttered, though his voice lacked the earlier authority. Keanu turned his attention back to Jason, kneeling so that they were at eye level. His gaze softened. "You're selling these for your family?" Jason nodded, his voice barely above a whisper. "For my mom. She's sick." Keanu studied the boy for a moment before reaching into his pocket. Pulling out his wallet, he took out a crisp $100 bill and handed it to Jason. "How much for everything?" Jason's eyes widened. Everything?" Keanu smiled. "That should cover it." Jason's lip quivered as he took the money with trembling fingers. He swallowed the lump in his throat, his heart swelling with gratitude. "Thank you, sir," he managed, his voice thick with emotion. Keanu turned to Todd once more, his voice gentle but firm. "A little kindness goes a long way. Maybe next time, think before you act." Todd shifted awkwardly, avoiding Keanu's gaze. The murmuring crowd broke into soft applause, some smiling in admiration. Keanu then took the bouquet from Jason and began handing out roses to the passers-by, each person receiving one with a touched expression. As Jason stood there, the crisp bill clutched in his hands, warmth spread through his chest, not just from the money, but from the reassurance that goodness still existed in the world. that even in the coldest of moments, kindness could bloom like the roses in his hands. And for the first time that day, Jason smiled.